I want to talk about um, I want to talk about um, um, through the years of being um, the 70s all the way up to now. And I think a lot of things, I think when I came back here to live, I think that a lot of things have changed. And when I think about when I think about Memorial, the Memorial holiday, it don't. I think that has something to do with it, but I think that the things have changed from the 70s all the way up to the 2023, and and I think Memorial Day ties into that. I think when you talk about the memories, you talk about people who were around in the 70s, who were around in the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and all the way up to 2023. I was singing The Way We Were, and today, and Memorial Day is tomorrow. But I think that it was something that I think part of it was holding on to a lot of stuff since I left Philly, and and knew what happened down the road since I left up to 2023. And I think if knowing what I know now and looking back at the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and what happened during that time, I think it changed. I think people have changed. I've changed. Other people have changed. There are people who are not here that was around in the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, that are not here today. And I think that because of that, a lot of things have changed. And stuff like that. And I think singing those songs, that song, The Way We Were, brought back a lot of memories, feelings, and good times, bad times. And I think for me it was released, so to speak. I think the the pain of that was released today. And it's not, I think it was something, I think since I've been back here, and I came back in here in March, I think I realized that a lot of stuff had changed. And I see stuff differently than I think because being younger when I left, being younger, not really knowing, I mean, being just younger, and I think I just see a lot more now than I did before. And I think that you know, people have changed, along with people who are not here, along with people who are not here, people who are here. I think a lot of things have changed. And it was, I think it's difficult to, when you think about the people who are not here, there's some feelings and emotions with that. You know, because you think about people who are not here, I mean, who have passed away and stuff like that. And then you think about the people who are here. And you think about, like, relationships. You know, relationships, friends, family, whatever. And you kind of see that, again, I've changed, people change throughout the years. And I think that things are different. And people are different. And I think the way we were is the thing that brings up a lot of feelings, because of the way we were. The way we were is something that's in the past. I think that the way we were. I think in many cases you kind of see the change. You see the change from the way we were. And I think that, again, you know, people change. And things are not going to stay the same. And it doesn't matter where it is. It doesn't matter who it is, where it is, whatever. People change. You know, and I think the upsetting part of it is that things are different with people who are here and who are here, I mean living, meaning alive. Things are different, people are different, family, friends, whatever. And sometimes that does happen. It's not something that I think that you want to hold on to that old stuff, and you know, because that old stuff was more joyful, more loving, more caring, and as opposed to the present. It may not be as loving, it may not be as caring, and stuff like that. and you try to. I think it was sad to know that it's not as loving and it's not as caring. You know, but you know, and stuff like that, as opposed to the way we were. And it doesn't matter where it is, family, friends, whatever, whomever, it doesn't matter where it is or whom it is. But you kind of see that I think it's more painful. I think it's more painful now than it was. I think it's more painful now than it was. Again, not everything, but I think when it comes to people, you know, because people change, and and another part of it is that you think you know people, but you really doesn't, you know, and stuff like that. And you might have knew them before. Well, maybe you didn't know them, and you know, and stuff like that. So you kind of look at that too. You know, we think we know people just because, you know, we've been around them, but that don't necessarily mean that. You know, we might know them, you know, but that don't mean that we really know them, because a lot of things were shocking to me. So I wouldn't consider that I knew them, and stuff like that. But I think it was painful, to know, to grasp my head around, you know. But again, you have to look at the change over the years. Not everybody's going to be the same, you know, and stuff like that. But I think it's the memories, which ties into Memorial. You know, people are different, you know, and stuff like that. People are different. Things are different. Situations is different, and stuff like that. And I think I'm trying to hold on to what I last knew, because I hadn't been around for many years, and trying to hold on to a memory, a memory that is not as is different than the memory I know, what I know today. You know, and you can't like hold on to shit like that, man. You know, you can't hold on to stuff that is unreal. It may seem real back then. It may seem real back then, but that don't mean that it's that is the case now. And you know, because people change, and I think it was upsetting in some ways, but you just have to accept that that's the way it is. I think and you know, I looked at the people are here, the people that are not here, and the people have passed through the years and stuff like that. I looked at everything, and it's difficult. I think it brought back a lot of memories when I came back here. I did have the memories with me when I was gone, but I think it was different when I came back here to live, and you kind of seen the difference when I left. And you know, like that. And, you know, again, people change. I've changed. People change. You know, situations change and stuff like that. And you just try to, you know, look at, you know, what was the difference, what changed, and this, that, and the other. And But I think it's, I looked at the smiles, I looked at the memories, the joyful times, and I also look at the bad times. But I think I see more bad times than I see joy. Now, um, and I think you can get some joy out of that, but I think it's more bad time, um, bad than good. Um, you know, and I think you really see people for who they really is. Like, you know, I think it's not some imaginatory thing in the past stop and and all this sort of bullshit. You kind of see people who for who they really is, and it's not some uh, you know fairy tale shit, and stuff like that. But you know, and stuff, and I think it's the reality set in. Like, it's no longer the fairy tale or what I thought. And people were like, and this, that, and the other, and all that so bullshit. And it's not like that. And you know. But I think the reality of I think the reality of the past and the present. I think what the past did was it's sort of like I don't think it was as clear as I see it now. Um, I think it's different because I'm older, um, um, and stuff, and I didn't see a lot like I see it now. I didn't see a lot before what I see now, and I think it's painful to know, to watch, and shit like that. And and you can't. You have to face reality with it, and and stuff like that. It doesn't matter where it is, who it is, or whatever. Because I think you see more, you know more, you know, and it's not, you know, it's not something that you are distant with. It's right here. I mean, you're here. It's not where you long distance. You can see for yourself now. Like that. It's not some people telling you this, that, and the other. This is going on, that's going on. No, you come and see for yourself. Like that. And you get your own. You think based on what you see, you kind of see for yourself instead of other people telling you. And and I think it's sad to see a lot of stuff. It's sad to see, and I think um, we doesn't really know people like we think we do, and I mean, at least not for me. I think in the past I may have thought, but but not really, and you know, because I think again I see from a different set of eyes, and it's not someone telling me. I had to come see for my fucking self what's going on with people. It doesn't matter who you is, like that. It doesn't matter who you is. And, you know, and stuff like that. So you kind of see for yourself. It's not somebody just, you know, saying this, that, and the other, and all this bullshit. And, you kind of come see for yourself. And I think it's upsetting to see different type stuff. I think it's upsetting to see different stuff. And, you know, I think the pain of it, you know, sometimes God remove people too. And I think God removed people, and you know, God put people in your life for a reason, then He removed them for a reason. And I do believe in that. You know, I do believe that. You know, and that's okay. You know, because then, you know, they was only put there for a certain amount of time anyway. It served its purpose. Now you can move on into other things, this, that, and the other, whatever. But again, I think that the preconceived idea of how we view people, you know, that was set in your mind years ago. Again, times can change. People change. I change. Other people change. This, that, and the other, and all of a sudden, it's different. And I think it's upsetting too. I think it's upsetting too. And you know, I think, you know, it's upsetting. But I understand that again, people change. And that's the reality of it. I don't give a shit who you is. You know, not really, but I think that you can't make people into who you expect them to be. And stuff like that, or have this idea of them, and then when that idea is no longer exists, you know, and stuff like that, you know, this it's painful. But again, it don't necessarily have to. The other thing I looked at too is that I for some people I don't even think I knew them. You know, like that. Because we think we know people. You know, it doesn't matter who they is. And we have this preconceived idea that we know this person and we know that person. And I say to myself, and I've been said it before I came here, is that I don't know no fucking body. Like, because then I won't set myself up to believe that I knew this person. I know their name and stuff like that, but again, I really doesn't know people, because people can change at a drop of a hat, and you think we know people. You know, people lie beside people as husband and wife, and they just ain't even know each other. You know, but again, they lie in bed right next to each other and doesn't even know each other. So I know it's that way with other people and this, that, and the other, and all this bullshit. But I think we have this idea in our man that yeah I know that person. No, the fuck I don't. I may know their name, but do I really know that person? No. No. I don't give a shit who you with. I don't give a shit who you is. I tell myself, no, I don't know them. Because, again, if it's one way that you knew them, and then they say, hey, wait a minute, this is not the person that I knew. And the bottom line is that you didn't know them from the beginning. I didn't know them from the beginning. We think we do. You know. Friends, family, whatever. We think we do. We think we do. We think we know them. So, but I tell myself, I don't know no fucking body. I may know their name and this, that, and the other, but in reality, I don't know no fucking body because people can change. You know, and I think the way we were puts it right there, man, on a nail on the head, man. It's like you hit the hammer with the nail, man. Because it was the way we were. That's not how we is now. You know, and shit like that. You know, and because people can act and play and do this and do that and change and this and that and all this old bullshit, and you think you know. And you think you know them. But in reality, you don't. I don't know no fuck. I tell myself I don't know no fucking body. I tell myself that because I don't. I may know their name, you know, shit like that. I may know that. But again, people get changed. And maybe, and then the first thing you say, wait a minute, I don't know that person. That person could do this and do that, and you say, hey, wait a minute, I don't think that person did this or did that or do this or do that and stuff like that because you didn't know that person from the get-go. You think you did,